Hey everyone, it's me Alex again, and now we're going to be talking about something a little bit more light-hearted, but we're not going to be talking about them very kindly. So, what is the topic? It's one of my favorite franchises of all time, Dragon Ball. Now I just say Dragon Ball, because I have seen some of Dragon Ball. Yes, I need to watch the entirety of it. But I've seen all of Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Z Kai, and Super, and GT. And let's begin with what the topic actually is about. Not my recollection. This is talking about the fan base. Now, this is one of the most toxic fan bases I have ever seen. Like, up there with the Star Wars fan base, the Sonic fan base. Yeah, they're pretty bad. Now, here's where it stems from. Nostalgia. These guys are the epitome of someone not letting go of nostalgia, or letting nostalgia get the best of them. Now, I say this only specifically for Dragon Ball Z, because Dragon Ball Z got the Dragon Ball Z Kai treatment, which is supposed to be a adaptation, or a closer adaptation, of Akira Toriyama's manga. So, for some reason, people hate that. So, in reality, you hate Dragon Ball then. Isn't that a little weird? Because and characterization was changed a little bit here and there. We know Goku used to be in the original dub anyway, from the Ocean dub and Funimation dub, was more heroic and kind of Superman-like, in terms of just being for justice and all that good stuff. But in reality, he doesn't really care. He doesn't. He's he's selfish. He likes to fight, and he always will find the chance he can to start a fight, really. I mean, if you watch Dragon Ball Super, they kind of delve into his characterization a bit better there, because, again, over in the West, he was treated differently for some reason. I don't know. And here we go with the Nostalgia Boys. Dragon Ball Z Kai, in my opinion, actually no. Factually, if you want to go by its story, is superior to Z. Yes. I know I probably pissed a lot of people off by saying that, but it's true. The voice actors are a lot better than they were before. Sure, some have been changed, the most notable one being Gohan. And we have Bulma, who changed. We have Frieza's voice actress changed. And honestly, Frieza was the biggest improvement out of all the voice actors in terms of like coming into the franchise and doing a dub for it. Frieza in the Namek Saga, or the Frieza arc, I could just call it really, is a lot more menacing, and you can hear it in his voice. Very, very, very good. Man, I can't even keep myself from stuttering today. So, we have better dub, better voice actors, and even the voice actors themselves over here said they felt like they did a hell of a better job than they did in, what, the 90s? And that's kind of weird to believe that it's been that long. But yeah, that's a good thing. That we have a better dub and an easier way to watch it, rather than watching somebody like scream for 2 minutes straight or something like that, or power up and filled up with inconsistencies, as in a lot of the things characters would say are incorrect. Now, let's get to the inconsistency problems. Now, fanboys don't like to do research on this kind of stuff, okay? They will be like, this character is stronger than that character because this version said it. It's like, but you're wrong. And they will attack you for trying to correct them, for the most part anyway, as I've seen in comment sections whenever they talk about like let's say the biggest example is Majin Buu. He has so many forms, and in the original dub, Goku mentions that he's twice as strong as he was before. Now, that's a mistranslation. He's talking about... What he's actually talking about is... I can't even tell if this version of Boo is sane. Yeah. Big difference. And he's... Actually, and they made sure in the Kai redub to say that this version of Boo may not be the strongest, the Kid Boo version that is, but he is the most dangerous version, as in no consciousness, and he just acts upon his programming basically to just destroy shit for shits and giggles, really. So it's that's a dangerous thing. That's why he basically was like meh and blew up Earth instantly. So he didn't really care. That's why he can't talk either. He is just so simplistic and psychotic in terms of how he fights. And he has a very weird fight style, so that makes him more of a challenge for the fighters. But yes, the Super Boo in his Gohan form, or Buhan, as some people refer, or a lot of people refer to him as, is the strongest version of Majin Buu to date. I'm not really sure where Fat Buu lies in terms of when he trained to become, like, slim. But I'm pretty sure... I heard that was somewhat of a gag and not really, you know, something to take seriously. But it would be something really cool to see come back with him being, you know, semi-buff. So, there's an example right there where people will say this person's stronger than that, when in reality they have... the answers have been there the entire time, and they just refuse to look at them, or they're just going to be going off of their childhood. Because, yes, Dragon Ball fans rely so much on childhood. And it's kind of annoying, to be honest with you. It's like, guys, grow the fuck up. Get with the times, and accept what's going on. Because a lot of fans didn't like Dragon Ball GT, for example. I didn't like it that much either. But people have this weird, like, mental block, I want to call it, or smooth brainers, that keep saying and thinking that, one, Dragon Ball GT is canon when it's not. It's been stated by Akira Toriyama that it has not been canon, and he considers it as a little side story, especially now with Dragon Ball Super, and how these characters in Dragon Ball GT are far, far stronger than any of the villains that, you know, Goku and Vegeta face in Super. Which makes no sense, considering that in Super they have God forms. It's like Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan 4. Come on. Two different levels of ki. You got God ki, and then the regular ki that they had throughout the entire franchise until Super. And a lot of people end up saying, well, that's just a bullshit retcon kind of thing, or whatever. And I'm like, well, to begin with, GT wasn't canon, so oops. It's not, I mean, they're still represented in games, but other than that, you don't really see anything about that. So, what else do the Dragon Ball fans have a problem with? Now, I think I mentioned that they attack each other a lot, and I don't know why the hell they do, but it's just, I think the show just must have sparked something in them that just makes them just, like, so sensitive to any type of criticisms about their favorite games, or, not games. Well, the games are inconsistent as fuck, but when the good ones come out, they're good. But they are so sensitive. Like, I will look in comments and say, and see people just, like, talking shit to each other about characters, not, like, in their power levels, and, what else was there? There was one topic that kind of irks me. Oh, Dragon Ball Super. Them calling Dragon Ball Super, like, garbage. Now, a lot of these people that say Dragon Ball Super is garbage are pretty much bandwaggers, unless they're just a bunch of nostalgia whores. Because honestly, Super started off pretty rough in terms of the show. Now we had the 2 movies, and then they were told to pretty much reanimate, those 2 movies into anime form, which I was told by my friend that they really didn't want to do that. So after the Frieza arc is over, Golden Frieza, the animation definitely starts to get better. And by the time it gets towards the Goku Black arc and Tournament of Power, that's when the animation's at its best. And then we have the Broly movie. That movie looked beautiful. Now, my personal thoughts, or actually, not, I don't want to do my personal thoughts yet, but they say that this show is trash in general, just for how there's no high stakes at all, and the characters don't treat things seriously. And to that I say, look at the Boo Saga. The entirety of the Boo Saga, they didn't take it seriously at all. Not until the very end, they didn't take it seriously. They're like, oh yeah, just watch Gotenks and Gohan, how they deal with Boo. They don't take it seriously until it's a little too late. Same with Goku and Vegeta. They don't take it seriously until Kid Buu starts to freaking destroy their ass. So, yeah, you can drop the whole, there's no high stakes, or there's no seriousness thrown into the plot at all whatsoever. Sure, Beerus is a threat to Earth and possibly the universe, but he was made into Bulma's bitch for just by bribing him with food to keep the planet alive, which I thought was pretty funny. And that's the thing about Super, by the way. It's meant to be a bit more of a mixture of Z and the original Dragon Ball, which is what Dragon Ball GT tried to do, but it failed in a lot of areas because they just had to make it up as they went. There really wasn't any manga that they were going to translate into the anime, which is weird because the anime is more accurate to what it is going to be told as compared to the manga that's being written for it. It's kind of weird, but I'll take it. Because Dragon Ball Super itself has a lot of potential from what I've seen, from pretty much all the way from the start to the end of the Tournament of Power. We haven't had the anime return yet because we know there's 2 arcs, I believe. We have the Moro arc that's completely finished in manga form, and there's going to be another one coming. I can't remember what the name of the arc is, but we'll have to just see, because Dragon Ball Super is a pretty good show. I mean, it was really only at its best in the Goku Black arc, in my opinion, because I'm not somebody who really loves tournaments, because it's just, you're in the same area usually most of the time. Actually, yeah, you really are in the same area in every tournament they went to. And the characters, or some of the characters, were just fucking annoying, especially in the Tournament of Power especially. A lot of them were just so goddamn annoying, and some were just stupid. But there were some moments in the Tournament of Power that were awesome. I don't really care for Jiren, to be honest with you. He's strong just because he is. No deep explanation. At least with characters like Hit, you kind of get an idea of why he's strong, but Jiren is strong just because he is. And he has a really shitty backstory, so he's not really that great of a character to me. An okay design, but not really feeling it for that one. Ultra Instinct is pretty damn cool too, but from what I heard in the manga, it's like, we gotta retire Goku, basically. And get Oob in on board on this to actually continue after where Z left off, because that's what I want to see. Which is also one interesting fact, that Dragon Ball GT was supposed to take place directly after Z, but they chose to not do that. It's weird. Like, they were going to do it in between the 10-year time gap, but they were like, nah, just do it after, whatever, like it's a sequel. So that could have technically been its own Dragon Ball Super So if you know what I mean. But I'm glad we got Super instead of GT. And there are people out there saying GT is better than Super, and I'm thinking, how the hell is it? There are just a lot better characters in this, in my opinion. I get like the ones that they focus on that are good. Like the ones that are just there and gone for the tournament and power, for example, that are really fucking annoying. Don't stay around too long, which I'm so happy because, geez, the warriors that use love just annoy the shit out of me. I mean, even Android 17 didn't want to hear that shit, and they had to do it all over again, their entire transformation thing, and I was like, oh boy. But that's, yeah. So with nostalgia whores for Dragon Ball, please grow up. And get with the times. Because this is where Dragon Ball is heading, whether you like it or not. And it is canonical, because Akira Toriyama said it was. GT is not. Except that. And power levels are bullshit. Don't forget that either. They really are. I mean, you can go on YouTube and find videos very easily, or just Google search, honestly, and learn shit about, like, GT and how that was handled, and how Dragon Ball Z Kai was handled, considering the fact that after the Cell arc, they took a hiatus for it. There's a reason for it, but again, you can just go look up videos on that. It's very interesting. Yeah, I mean, shit. I thought I'd have a lot more to say about this, to be honest with you, with Dragon Ball fans being, not all of them, there are good ones out there. I'm not saying you should blindly accept and love everything about Dragon Ball, because Dragon Ball Super has its problems. Dragon Ball Z has its problems. Okay? And really, I can't really make an opinion on Dragon Ball because I haven't watched all of it. I only have the first season on DVD, so I wasn't into Dragon Ball as much as I was with Z, because as a kid, I just liked the fights and all that. But as I've gotten older, it's like, I want to see some story. And some of the filler in Super is actually kind of entertaining, and some of the just somewhat slice of life stuff in Dragon Ball works pretty well, in my opinion. It's just nice to see characters grow a personality, especially like Vegeta, for example. He's the one that's definitely changed the most over the entire course of the franchise, from when he first appeared, of course. So, and Piccolo. I mean, Piccolo is just such a soft heart now for taking care of Pan. So that's pretty funny too. Anyway, there's not much more I can say other than Dragon Ball fanboys or rabid fanboys are just rabid people that you really don't want to get involved with. Very toxic. I have many friends that will back me up on that one. Anyway, if this video was very disjointed and a very weird ramble, that's unfortunate, because that's just how it works when it comes to my rambles. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about Dragon Ball right now. I mean, because you got the games and all that stuff, and I can eventually do a tier list of my favorite Dragon Ball Z games, but some of them I don't own anymore, so oops. I used to have Tenkaichi 3, but I sold that. That was a bad idea, because that's low-key one of the best Dragon Ball games ever made. And then we got Xenoverse. So anyway, again, I want to get on that. Yeah, so anyway, I am Alex, and I'll be seeing you next time.